I feel like a couple days ago should have been the last day, and I'm a sandals gal, but it is not. As I'm like in my sweater, like, just, come on, it's $17. It's not a substantial.
My wife was all over me about the same thing. You know, we're supposed to have it up so we leave all the money we spend on Christmas stuff, we should have it up for a month. At least, and I said, okay.
She just wants to have it up for a month.
It'll be a later.
I actually ordered a new one, Chad's like, ours is looking kind of dingy, get a new one, so I ordered a new one yesterday.
Well, I don't know, Ronnie, sorry buddy.
I just, he'll text me, no, he won't, but he'll call probably tomorrow and say whoopsies, it's fine. He's on the tail end here.
Yeah, he's on his way. He's, well, if they can't do it without me, my God, they're in trouble next month. Or in January.
All right, 6 o'clock, please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's commitment.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Didn't miss a beat.
It's like the people that walk in, you know, when they're playing the national anthem, they keep walking. Okay. Also, we're going to read our district mission statement. In partnership with the communities, the mission of the North Bend Public School District is to educate individuals in an environment of trust and respect so they become self-directed, responsible, lifelong learners. So thank you all for being in attendance. Roll call. Board members, besides Ronnie Tang, are here. Superintendent Hunstead is here as well. And yes, thank you. Do we have any changes to the agenda?
We do not.
Do we have a motion? Motion by Nicole. Is there a second? Second by Brittany. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Public comments. No comments tonight. Rebel recognition. We have a cross-country athlete, and Amy just told me, I already forgot.
Owen Winter is a freshman at DGF, and he went down to state this last weekend, and he got 58 out of 159 runners. So that's amazing.
Congratulations. That's fantastic. Football team, they won Section 8 AAA, so we're playing in Brainerd, and it's going to be cold. Everybody get your gear out.
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
called layers.
I should say too, the volleyball team, we know lost to Barnesville a week ago-ish.
Yeah.
Barnesville, we hosted the section championship game here Saturday night, East Grand Forks versus Barnesville. Barnesville beat them in 3-1. So they are going on to state tournament, and that's the same that our girls did. They beat us 3-1, so just kudos to our girls how they finished the season. And so congrats to Barnesville. But that we got to host here too. That was a packed house. Katie said it was a great event, and it was fun to kind of show off our new facility.
Yes, for sure. Anybody else?
DGF went to Special Olympics bowling last week, and I was there at my job and got to see everyone participate, and everyone had a great time. Lots of staff, lots of people watching, so it was an awesome event.
How many kids participated in the event for everybody there was there?
I'm not sure. I know more.
There were 2 heats, 4 schools. All the lanes were busy from 9 to, what did we start 9?
Yeah, to 2.
To 2, yeah.
Wow. So really good participation.
Yeah, it was,
And like 4 kids on a lane the whole time.
Oh, wow.
So it was packed. At least, I'd say 200.
yeah, that's
At least.
safe, but
Wonderful.
That's good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Good turnout.
Thanks, Brady.
Thanks for sharing that. That's awesome.
One other thing, the DGF Theater is going to be putting on the play Clue.
I saw that up there. What is
It
that?
is on Friday,
The 17th.
the 18th, 19th, and the 20th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
So next Friday, Saturday, and
Yep.
Sunday.
Friday,
Oh.
Saturday.
Wonderful.
Well, they've been working hard. See how those kids do. It's a comedy, so.
I gotta write that down. That would be fun to
Say it again, 17th, 18th, 19th.
The 18th, 19th, and 20th.
Or 18th, oh, I'm sorry.
Is that 20th? Clue?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Beautiful. Sounds fun.
Master Plum in the library with Candlestick. Nice.
All right, 6.1, board committee reports.
We had policy, I don't know, our policy meeting that we had last time.
Yeah, I think most of our changes were statute related. We did have Brooke add the mission statement to one, but otherwise it was pretty generic changes, little numbers here and there, but nothing major.
Yeah, no content changes.
Right.
I met with the continuing education committee last week, and really all we did was record people's hours. It was like 120 teachers, so get your hours in, check your online account and see where you're at. So, that's my plug.
You know, I sent out an update on negotiations with the MSEA group. Really had, I think, a good negotiation. Essentially, what we tentatively agreed to is a 4% increase for that group. I think we're in market. We did move some folks around and switch their lanes a little bit with the custodial group. So it'll be a little bit better for them, but it's also more in line with what we've seen with other schools in the district or in the area. And the big thing that we've been trying to do is work on the cafeteria plan. We have so many people taking the cafeteria plan and not taking insurance. We're trying to incentivize people to take insurance. So that worked really well. We have got that at $2,500 and then also cap. So people that we hire after July 1st of next year, they won't get the cafeteria, they'll just get the health insurance as an option. So we're really happy about that. I think that not only helped that group with their premiums, but helped the entire school. And so we're hopeful that we can, that'll help everyone provide better insurance. And we fixed some things with the 403B. We tried to match that up a little bit more with what the teachers have as well. And I think it was a very good outcome. A lot of hard work in that. That everybody, I shouldn't say hard work, but a lot of work, a lot of time, especially with Brooke and Honda and Shannon certainly put in a ton of time to get that done. So I'm thankful to everybody, including Laura and Lindsay.
Thank you, David. Anybody else, or any questions for any of the committees? All right, let's move on to 6.2, superintendent report.
Awesome. Well, I gave you a handout. I put it by everybody. I want to talk a little bit about the interventionists just because we've added some and asked some people to come out of retirement to help us with it. Super happy with it. So that first cover sheet here, I got this from the interventionists. They shared some information, kind of the numbers and the kindergarten. So this is the elementary group, this handout right here. And then towards the back, I'll talk about middle school because we have a couple interventionists there as well. So this is the number of kids they're serving and this and that. And I think more importantly, if you turn the page and you'll see a lot of italicized paragraphs. And this is just feedback from colleagues. And I'm not going to read them all, or I'm not going to read any. I'm just going to let you read through them. But it just talks about the support that the interventionists are giving our teachers, our staff, and our students. I think I shared briefly with, at one point, a teacher said that at the beginning of the year, a parent was really nervous about their daughter and their reading and doesn't know their letters yet. This was a first grader and really struggling and has spent some time with an interventionist. And just in one quarter, the growth this kid showed was, the parent was just ecstatic. The teacher was saying, wow, this is way faster than we thought. And so this is just for you guys. I wanted to share with you. Just a lot of information from the colleagues and what they think about the interventions and how they're helping the classroom. Then the next piece in there is just principles that they use to support learners. So it's just kind of a breakdown of what they're doing. And so again, just a vital piece after the pandemic and after this construction and all the interruption that we've had. I don't know, it feels like forever, but at least 2 years, has been vital to the success of our kids. So it's nice, and it's going to be really fun to see at the end of the year when we actually go through our MCAs and start to show some fruits of our labor, I guess. The last sheet in there is just an email I got from Kent. He talked with Donna and Barb today a little bit, and kind of how they do things. And then this is just some comments from some of his staff. They're doing a wonderful job keeping students the extra attention and help they need. Incredible help with anything needed, best interventionists we've ever had. Very grateful to have them. Big time help having them work with kids who are struggling. So these are just, they are a godsend, working with students during tier time and focusing on the skills that students need. So those are just some of the things he got back from staff, and I asked him, hey, give me a little bit of what people are saying in your school about him, so. And I didn't know that Trina would be here to talk tonight on behalf of the and she didn't know that either. But Trina is one of our interventionists, obviously, at the elementary, and so if you have questions later, not now, but you can ask her because she's one of them. They just do a fantastic job. So
How many interventions? We have 4?
we have. Okay, now I gotta stop and think. We have one. No, we have 5 for over there. Every grade level has one over there.
Okay.
Yep, and then over here, we have 5th and 6th, so we have a math and a reading one over here. So we have
6
2 here, and we have 5 there, so we have 7 total.
You know, are these our ESSER funds that we're using for interventions?
Some of it's actually state funds from learning loss, and some of the ESSER funds and that, so yep. They'll almost be through Title I monies and ESSER funds that'll be funding all of these people. Yep.
Great.
Remember, we got some people out of retirement that are coming back and helping, and one of the things that Kent has said and Wayne has said also, it's just amazing we can have certified teachers working with our kids and how they can get into the skills that kids don't have because they know how to teach the skills. I mean, we're very fortunate to get the people back that we got back. They were super strong teachers. And one of them is, of course, Kip Bossler, who was a shop teacher, and he's just loving it. And I talked to him off and on, and he just loves this new gig. So it's cool. It's just a way to get back, and we were fortunate to have him come back. So anyway, so I wanted to make sure I shared a little bit about that, just so you can see and enjoy some of the quotes we got from people there. MREA conference, that's why we couldn't have the board meeting next Monday. I'll be there, it's Sunday night. Just a plug for Paul Marquardt. Of course, he's not running again to be a state representative. MREA met him here, it's about a month ago. Sam Walseth came here to honor him and give him his plaque of all the support that MREA feels he's done as a representative in the state of Minnesota. He can't be at the banquet, that's Sunday night. I will be there Sunday night, so if they need to hear anything about Paul, hopefully be able to share a little bit about him because he was unable to attend. That's why they came here to present it to him. But so anyway, that'll be Sunday night, Monday, and then Tuesday, I think it's like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll be back Tuesday night. But MREA has been good to us and good to other little schools, and just a lot of good information there. So I will be there. MSBA conference, Brooke shared an email with you guys about rooms and whatnot, and I think, Brittany, you did respond there. It's January 12th and 13th. So just take a look at the email you got from Brooke, and if you're able to attend, I know it's a little bit of time here before you got to commit. Same with, when the election's done, tomorrow, I guess, we'll find out how that goes for the vote. So good luck to you guys that are running again, so you two down there in the end, and then obviously Ronnie is not running. So anyway, so then that'll adjust, obviously, if we need to make any adjustments at all with the conference. Construction update, I don't know if you know, but we still have construction. This site is still on its punch list. The punch list is going okay. I'll just say it like that. The shop is going very well. The weather has been cooperative, I guess I should say. So that's gone well, a little bit ahead of schedule on it since we started, but with the weather changing, I'm hoping that we can still continue on that pace. I'm excited to see what's happening and walk through it again today. All the underground plumbing is done, the electrical that had to be in the brick and the block, that's all done. The steel is out here for the roof, so it's just a matter of starting to get that on. Yeah, it's just nice. Everything's been procured that we need, and so it should just continue to flow, and it has been so far. Dilworth School, we are looking, Brian Kirby, state inspector, comes Wednesday morning at 6 a.m. to run all the fire alarms, so we'll do that all in the morning before kids are there. Just to double check everything. If all that checks out, We are hopeful to have our Veterans Day program. Veterans Day program will be on Friday, the 11th, so that's going to be a big day, so I want to make sure to invite anybody and everybody that can come. That will be in our new gym, we hope. We're going to find out Wednesday morning, so tons of time to get ready. If it can't be in that gym, we're going to have it in the existing gym. Well, the existing gym is shut down tomorrow, so they can get everything installed there as a backup plan, because the new screen, the projector, none of that's in there yet, so Flyhead people have been super flexible to shut down, at least not have the gyms at all tomorrow. So that's going to be a challenge a little bit in the school, but anyway, Veterans Day program, it's going to be Friday morning, I believe it's at 9. I should have. 8:40, okay, I'm sorry, yeah, 8:40. Again, it'll be hopefully in our new gym, if not, it'll be next door. We are looking then to officially get in, if everything goes well Wednesday, it's probably gonna be early December for everything. Our office spaces are getting very close to be, well, we're gonna find out that Wednesday too. Brian's gonna sign off whether or not we can be in our offices officially, so hopefully that works out. Yeah, it's moving, it's just, yeah, it is what it is, so. Questions for me?
So if we get the go-ahead Wednesday to have the program in there Friday, will they be able to use the gym space for classes starting the following week?
The quote that I got from Brian, because I called him personally last week, because we need to get this done, because the weather is changing, and he said this will be a one-time event only. And we'll close it back down until everything is done. So when he's here Wednesday, I'm gonna have that conversation with him again in person, because if we're gonna have a gym that's sitting there and all the safety thing, life safety is all taken care of, fire alarms, sprinkler systems, we can go from our old gym to that new gym by going up 3 steps. And we don't have to use the corridor, and they can still get out, all the egress, it's safe to get out. In fact, it's safer to get out of there than it is with 70 of them in one gym. So I'm gonna have that conversation with him. He's tied to some rules too, and I get that. The state has rules and guidelines and whatnot, so I just wanna work with him on that. Much like he did here, he allowed some practice in here. He allowed us to start our board meetings in here, but they were kind of one-time events. Then we couldn't use it, then we could come back and use it. And so right now, the answer is no, but I'm gonna work through that with him. It's a great question. I asked the same thing, Brittany. Other questions?
All right, thank you. We're gonna move on to 7.1. This is approval of our regular meeting on October 24th, 2022. Do I have a motion? Motion by David. Is there a second? Second by Laura. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Consent agenda. Claims and accounts, 8.1 business. Laura.
It is $679,099.03.
All right, also included in our consent agenda is the treasurer's monthly budget report, approving the resignation of Rhonda Young, payroll HR effective December 16th of 2022. Donations from the DGF Touchdown Club in the amount of $200 for new locker room signage. Donation from the DGF Wrestling Club in the amount of $100 for new locker room signage. Approve the donation from Tony Soderberger in the amount of $100 for new locker room signage. Do we have a motion? Motion by Amy, is there a second?
Second.
Second by David. Any discussion or questions?
I have a question about, so Rhonda leaving, is that, are we still gonna have payroll through Brady Marks still?
Yep, she meets with them tomorrow. Yep, they're gonna go through some things. She also said that she would not, if we don't get people applying and whatever, she's gonna try to help us as much as she can with this transition, but we do have Brady Marks, they're gonna meet tomorrow, so, yep. So they should take care of all payroll. So on my email to staff, when I sent it out, and you guys saw that too, I feel confident how this is gonna go, because we're gonna have somebody already that's gonna be supporting and helping with that. And she'll be here through the middle of November's pay, the end of November, and the middle of November, or December. So through that process of those 3 payrolls, I'm thinking that Brady Marks will be up to speed and can run the system. So had a meeting with Wex today with Rhonda, and we've had quite a few snafus that HSAs and Vivas haven't been transferring. that's all was talked about today, and I think we have a solution to those issues. So, yeah, I feel pretty good about how that's gonna go.
Great. Any other further questions or discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. 9.1, new and unfinished business policies. This is the first reading of the following policies. 104, school district mission statement. 404, employment background checks. 420, sexually transmitted infections. 508, ESY for certain students. 509, enrollment of non-resident students. 517, student recruiting. 525, violence prevention, and 527, student use and parking. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Nicole, is there a second? Second by Brittany. Any questions or discussion?
Just to clarify, it's the first and only reading, so we don't do a second one on this.
Oh, first and only, oh, thank you. I didn't. Thank you, Amy.
Yep, that's why we tabled it from last month, because it was just the one, so we
Okay.
didn't have a chance to meet before that, so that gave us a
Okay.
chance to meet.
So, first and only reading of the following policies. We have a motion by Nicole, second by Brittany. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. 9.2, this is a second reading of the following policies. 506, student discipline. 514, bullying prohibition, I can't ever say the word. Prohibition policy. 522, Title IX, sex non-discrimination policy, grievance procedure and process. 616, school district system accountability. 806, crisis management policy. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Nicole, is there a second? Second by Amy, any questions or discussion? Right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, board committee, future agenda items, 10.1, our next board meeting, we are gonna have a special meeting next Monday, November 14th at 6 o'clock, that's to approve election results. It should be literally a 5-minute meeting, very, very quick. Brooke will be here, you'll be gone. Okay, and then we just had a discussion, where our next board meeting is supposed to be on Monday, November 28th. Unfortunately, there is a middle school concert starting at 5:30 that evening. So we are going to move our meeting up to November 21st. So we will meet at 6 o'clock in the community room and no meeting on the 28th. We don't have to come up with another.
No.
We'll be good.
So the personnel committee will just follow on it.
Personnel, okay, so personnel
We'll
on
also-
November 21st.
Correct.
Okay, same time. All right, anything else, team? As usual, for anybody that's watching, I always forget what the cameras went on, those fancy cameras. Our district is hiring. If you would like to work at our district, please go to our school's website or call the district office. We'd love to have you as an employee. All right, 6:22, meeting's adjourned.